You're 13. Your hips are wide. Your teeth are straight. You've never kissed anyone. But today, you're assigned a role. Not a name, not a future, a function. You're a breeder. Your name is erased. You are now Unit 47. Your value? 2 calves and a barrel of molasses. America, where freedom rings, unless you're a uterus with resale value. The selection. You're taken to a breeding camp. Not a farm, not a home, a camp where women are sorted by age, strength, and reproductive potential. You're told, you're special, you're strong, you're going to make fine babies. You ask, will I get to raise them? They laugh, like you just asked if cotton picks itself. You're not here to love. You're here to multiply. The ritual. Your first pairing is tonight. You're bathed, not gently, scrubbed like furniture. You're dressed in a white shift, symbolic, of purity, of irony. He told,
do your duty. You're told, lie still.
You don't know his name. He doesn't know yours. But tonight, you'll share a trauma that neither of you chose. 9 months later, you give birth. No doctor, no comfort, just a midwife with rough hands and a bucket. Congratulations, it's a boy. He'll be sold in 2 years, unless he dies first.
Can I hold him?
Not for long. You've got another pairing tomorrow.
You whisper to your baby.
I love you.
You're paired again and again, sometimes with the same man, sometimes with strangers. You learn to disassociate, to float above your body, to pretend you're somewhere else. You begin to wonder if your body is owned, is your soul still yours? You stop asking questions. You stop dreaming. You start counting. Pregnancies, births, losses. One night, you refuse. You say no. They beat you. Not to punish, to remind. In America, even your no needs permission. You're locked in a shed. No food, no light, just the sound of your own breathing. You whisper to yourself, I am not a machine. The walls don't answer, but your heart does. You're 20. You've birthed 6 children. You've raised none. You see a new girl arrive. She's 13. She looks at you with hope. You look at her with sorrow. You want to tell her everything, but you don't, because truth is a luxury, and hope is dangerous. You whisper, float above it. She nods. She doesn't understand, but she will. You're 25. You've birthed 9 children. You've buried 3. You've held none longer than a season. Then whispers begin. The North is rising. The South is trembling. And you dare to hope. America is about to go to war, not for you, but because the rich can't agree on how to keep you. The overseer starts panicking. He sells off the strongest men, then the boys, then the girls. You ask, what about me? He says, you're too valuable to sell. You're a factory. You smile, because factories burn. One night, a man whispers, there's a path north, through the swamp, follow the moss. You run, barefoot, pregnant, terrified. You make it 10 miles. Then the dogs find you. They drag you back. You lose the baby. They call it property damage. You call your child. They brand your shoulder, so you'll never forget, as if you ever could. 1865, the war ends. The Union wins. Slavery is abolished. Congratulations, you're free, with no money, no land, no family, and no rights. You walk off the plantation, not because you know where to go, but because staying feels like dying twice. You search for your children. You find none. You ask around. They say, maybe they're in Georgia, or dead. Same thing. You settle in a freedman's camp. You clean houses. You sew clothes. You sleep on dirt. You meet a man. He's kind. He listens. You don't tell him your past, because it's not a story. It's a wound. You try to love again, but every time he touches you, you flinch like it's a command. You're not broken. You're just tired. You live to 60. You never find your children, but you see your granddaughter learn to read, and that feels like resurrection. You tell her stories, not of pain, but of strength, because survival is a story too. She asks, "Grandma, were you ever free?" You say, "I am now," and you almost believe it. You were never just a breeder. You were a mother, a fighter, a witness. They tried to erase you, to reduce you to a womb, to a number, to a ledger entry. But you were more. You were the heartbeat of a stolen nation, the ghost in its cotton, the blood in its soil. And though they never wrote your name in the history books, we remember you now. This isn't fiction. This was policy. This was America. If this story moved you, don't look away. Share it. Talk about it. Because silence is how history repeats.